If you're in the breakup algorithm on TikTok, you're probably seeing a lot of stuff about signs your ex is coming back and all this spiritual stuff like tarot readings and all this kind of a thing. And the first thing I'll say about that is that these same people are running scam accounts on TikTok. They're adding all our followers, like anybody that's relationship oriented, they're adding their followers, asking for a donation for a reading, and then they're scamming these people. And one thing I want to point out is the difference between mysticism and actual study. The difference between mysticism and some kind of like learning discipline would be that, when mysticism describes something, they kind of leave it up to the ether as to what the mechanics of how the shit actually work. Whereas some kind of learning discipline, for example, the mechanics of attraction, relationships, and all this kind of thing, we explain how things actually work. So the allure of mysticism in a case like this is, you feel out of control. You feel hopeless. What do people do in wartime? They go to God. What do people do when they go to prison? They convert to God, right? They go to things because they feel hopeless in their life, and they want to sort of kind of like, let go of the steering wheel because they don't have control over the situation. Very similar to a breakup. Now, the reason why this is important to address is, number one, I don't want my people to getting scammed by all these people messaging them on TikTok. The second thing is, you don't want to like leave the future of your relationship in the hands of somebody that can't describe to you how it's going to come back together. All they can do is give you hope and describe some of the context of your life and maybe their life. And I don't know how they do their information gathering. That's, magicians are magicians, right? David Copperfield has his method of illusions, but it's an illusion. But at the end of the day, they can't tell you how you need to go about getting that person back. They just say, hey, trust in a certain amount of time, throw some salt over your shoulder, do a little dance, and eventually magic will happen. It's like, no, people like me have gone through the trenches to like figure out, oh, if we do this, that's not going to work. Okay, if we do this, cool, that's on the right path. And we take the time to tell you how this all works. And long story short, I'm going to sum it up like this. So while I take the time to explain in detail how attraction works and how you can get your ex back, I will tell you that it is very mystical at the end of the day, this nature of reality, how this whole thing works. Because in one moment, your ex is telling you they're done, and it feels like you're never going to have another chance with them. But in another moment, in a different reality, months later, after you've taken the time to heal, after you've taken the time to give them space, you will have another shot. And reality is very dynamic in that sense that, all your circumstances can change. And it all depends upon what you can visualize and what you believe. That much, spiritually speaking, is absolutely true. But along the path, if you want me to guide you, hey, don't do this, do this. Click into my profile, click this link right here, set up a call with me, tell me your story, and I'll tell you exactly how to get your ex back.